Hi guys, and welcome to Module 2, Video 4 of Back to Basics, Digital Marketing for Small Businesses. So in this video, Video 4, we're talking about SEO. What is SEO? A beginner's guide for small business owners. So before we start, a little practice or a little exercise for you. Go and Google what you do right now. Go on. Type in the thing your customers search for when they need someone like you. Your service and your town, whatever the phrase is. Are you there? Are you anywhere near the top? Or are you watching competitors, some of whom you know are not as good as you, sitting right at the top of the page while your website is buried on page 2 or 3, or missing entirely? It's just not even there. The gap between where you are and where you should be has a name. It's called SEO. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what it is, why it matters more than almost any other form of digital marketing for small business, and what's actually happening when Google decides who gets shown and who doesn't. No jargon, no technical overwhelm, just a clear explanation you can actually do something with. So what actually is SEO? So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And despite the way it gets talked about in marketing circles, it's not black magic. It's not some sort of dark art, and it does not require a computer science degree to understand it. At its most basic, SEO is the practice of helping Google understand what your business does, where you are, and why you're a credible answer to what someone is searching for. That's it. Everything else, the keywords, the content, the technical stuff, is in service of that one goal. Help Google understand you so it can recommend you. Think about what Google is actually trying to do. Someone types a question or a search term into that box. Google's job is to show them the most relevant, credible, useful results it can find. Google wants to get that right. Its entire business depends on people trusting its results. So it's constantly looking for signals that tell it this business does what the searcher is looking for. They're in the right location. Other people find them useful and trustworthy. Your job with SEO is to give Google those signals. And the businesses that do it well show up. The ones that don't. So how does Google work? To understand SEO properly, you need to understand, in very broad terms, how Google actually works. And there are 3 steps. Step 1 is crawling. So Google sends out these automated bots, what we refer to as crawlers or spiders. They constantly travel the web, following links from page to page, discovering content. When a crawler visits your website, it reads the text, follows your links, and takes notes of what it finds. If your site is hard to navigate, has broken links, or blocks crawlers accidentally, Google can't read it properly. And if Google can't read it, you don't get indexed. So that takes us on to step 2, indexing. Once Google has crawled a page, it stores what it's found in its index, essentially a giant database of pages and their content. Think of like a library, a catalogue of information. Your page needs to be in the catalogue before Google can ever recommend it. A page that isn't indexed is invisible completely. It doesn't matter how good your business is. If that page isn't in Google's index, no one will find it through search. So step 3 is ranking. When someone searches for something, Google goes through its index and decides which pages to show and in what order. It uses hundreds of signals to make that decision. The relevance of your content to the search term, how credible and authoritative your site is, how fast your pages load, whether your site works on mobile, how many other sites link to you. The pages that best satisfy all of those signals appear at the top. Everyone else is further down. So crawl, index, rank. That's the system. And SEO is the practice of making sure you pass all 3 stages as well as you possibly can. So why SEO matters more than paid ads for most small businesses? I want to make a case here, and I want to make it clearly. For most small businesses, SEO is a better long-term investment than paid advertising. And here's why. When you run a Google ad, you pay for every click. The moment you stop paying, the traffic stops instantly. It's like renting a shop. The second you stop paying rent, you're out. Paid ads are powerful and they have a place in any marketing strategy. And we'll get to them later in the series. But they don't build anything that belongs to you. SEO is different. When you do the work to rank well, when you create good content, optimize your pages, build your authority, that ranking doesn't disappear the moment you stop spending. You've built something. A page that ranks well today can bring in traffic for months or years. The effort you put in compounds over time. There's also an intent argument. People who find you through search are actively looking for what you offer right now. They've typed a query, they've looked at results, they've clicked through to you. That's about as warm a lead as you can get. They're not being interrupted by an ad, they went looking and found you. Now, SEO takes time. Like I've said before, it's a long-term strategy, and I won't pretend otherwise. You will not do this work today and appear at the top of Google tomorrow. It just doesn't work that way. It typically takes months to see meaningful results. But that is also exactly why you should start now rather than later. Every month you put it off and wait is a month your competitors are building something you haven't even started yet. So there are 3 pillars of SEO. SEO breaks down into these 3 areas. Understanding these 3 pillars is going to make everything in the rest of this module make sense. So pillar 1 is technical SEO. This is about whether Google can actually find, access, and read your website. Is it fast enough? Does it work properly on mobile? Can the crawlers navigate it? Are the pages being indexed? Technical SEO is the foundation. If there are problems here, nothing else you do will work as well as it should. The good news is that most small business websites don't have major technical issues, and the ones that do are usually fixable. So pillar 2 is on-page SEO. This is about the content and the structure of your individual pages. Do your page titles tell Google what the page is about? Are you using the right keywords in the right places? Does your content actually answer the question your target audience is asking? On-page SEO is the most directly in your control, and it's where most small businesses have the biggest gaps. We'll go deep on this in videos 5 and 6 of this module. And pillar 3 is authority. This is about whether Google trusts you. Authority comes from credible websites linking to yours, from reviews, from your business being consistently listed correctly across the web, from being mentioned and referenced in relevant contexts. Google treats links from credible sites as votes of confidence. The more of those you have from relevant, trustworthy sources, the more Google sees you as a credible result worth recommending. Technical, on-page, and authority. The rest of this module is built around those 3 pillars. By the time you've watched videos 4 through to 7, you'll have a complete picture of how to approach all 3 for your business. So, here's what good SEO looks like for a local service business, let's say a plumber based in Bristol. When someone searches plumber Bristol or emergency plumber near me on Google, the businesses that appear at the top share a few things in common. They have a Google business profile that is complete and accurate. The right category, a proper description, photos of their work, their addresses, their hours, their service areas. And they have reviews, lots of them, recent ones with responses from you, the business owner. The website has page titles that clearly say what they do and where. Not home or welcome to our website, but emergency plumber in Bristol, available 24/7, or plumbing services Bristol and South Gloucestershire. Google reads those titles and uses them to understand about what the page is all about. They have content on their site that answers questions people actually search for. So, how much does a boiler replacement cost? Or what should I do if my pipes burst? Not just a list of services, but actual useful information that helps their ideal customer. Something like how to turn off their water, for instance. Now compare that to a plumber whose site says, welcome, on the homepage, has no Google business profile, and whose last review was 2 years ago. Same quality of work, completely different search visibility. That gap is SEO. And the distance between those 2 businesses is not as large as it may seem. The basics, done consistently, make a significant difference. So let's bring that all together. SEO is not a dark art. It's the practice of helping Google understand what you do, where you are, and why you're the right answer to what your customers are searching for. Google crawls your site, indexes your pages, and ranks them based on hundreds of signals. Your job is to give it the best possible signals across 3 pillars: technical, on-page, and authority. For most small businesses, SEO is the best long-term investment you can make in your online visibility. It takes time to build, but unlike paid ads, it builds something that belongs to you. your homework. Before the next video, go and search for the main thing your customers would look for when they need someone like you. Your service, your location, see who comes up. See where you are. Notice what those top results have in common. You're not trying to fix anything yet. You're just observing, researching your competitors, researching search terms. That observation is the starting point for everything that follows. In the next video, we're getting into keywords. What they actually are, the difference between terms people are actively buying on and terms they're just browsing on, and how to find the specific phrases your ideal customers are typing into Google right now. It's more practical, it's more interesting than it sounds. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it and don't miss any further videos. And if this has been useful, please like and share and comment as well about any questions that you may have at this stage for SEO and for your business. We're keeping everything in this series completely free, and every share helps more people find this information. Take care. See you in the next one. Cheers.